Although I'm the CEO of a crypto research company and I eat and drink crypto every single day, I haven't bought altcoins in over 2 years, until now. So in this video, I'm going to unravel my personal strategy, my thought process on what I bought, why I didn't buy other things, so you can take this away and implement in your own portfolio. I've been in crypto now for 7 years. I've been through a number of cycles and I've learned a lot of lessons along the way. One of which was to hold Bitcoin and Ethereum during bear markets and consolidate my altcoin positions. I sold a lot of my altcoins near the peak of the last cycle and have been riding Bitcoin and Ethereum in this bear market. Until recently, I got the tingle. The tingle I get when I believe we're on the cusp of another bull market. In 2018 and 2019, I invested really heavily in the metaverse before the metaverse was really even a thing. I made life-changing amounts of money during that last cycle because I was able to get in at sub 10, sub $15 million market caps for some of these projects and get out in the $300, $400, $500 million plus range. But coming into this bear market, I rotated pretty much all of my profits into cash and stable coins and held Bitcoin and Ethereum. Historically, I've learned in bear markets, altcoins are the biggest to bleed. So I got that tingle. What sectors did I want to get exposure to? Well, I trust the Collective Shift analysts. The reason I built Collective Shift in the first place was to actually help me make better decisions as a time-poor person who doesn't understand every single nuance and technological factor in cryptocurrency. We built a team of analysts to help you make better decisions. And originally it was there to help me. So we built the Shift list, a list of curated assets with bullish and bearish cases to help you make those better decisions. And here I looked at the sectors that the Collective Shift analysts thought there were trends and hoped for the next cycle that there was going to be added capital, and looked at the individual altcoin related to that sector. The three sectors that the Collective Shift analysts like ahead of the upcoming bull market was DeFi, liquid staking, and gaming. So I looked at this list to find the most bullish asset on that list, identified to that sector that they were bullish on. A couple of the gaming tokens that we liked that I wanted to look into were Illuvium and Immutable X. But there were some bearish factors that the team had touched on, which made me concerned and eventually decided not to invest into. These are around the token economics, and there were some big question marks on the upgrading of the token and would the token actually capture a lot of the value that the company was going to create. And this is a big misconception for a lot of investors. Just because there's a token doesn't mean it's going to accrue all the value of that project. It's not like buying a share in a company where all the revenue runs through that token. The token can be completely separated from the company. A clear example of this is XRP and Ripple. Just because Ripple is going out and creating all these partnerships and making all these implementations with a company doesn't mean XRP gets the auxiliary benefits of that. They are two separate things. So although I'm bullish on Immutable X and Illuvium, unsure about the token economics and would this actually accrue value in the next bull market. So I decided not to invest. Some other things outside the token economics that I look at when investing into any cryptocurrency is the team. Does the team have the quality background and experience required to actually build what they're setting out to achieve? Does it have the funding and backing? Does it have the roadmap required? Can it sustain this bear market and have the capital to actually build what they're trying to build? Then there's the use case. Is it actually solving a problem that needs to be solved? What are the partnerships it has? What is the revenue that it's generating? Do people actually need the thing that they're creating? And that landed me on one area of a layer 2 blockchain that I've been looking at for a little while that ticked all these boxes, and that was Polygon. If we look here inside the Collective Shift platform under Polygon, the things that I was looking at that were most bullish for me was the partnerships that it had. Polygon is one of the best blockchains for attracting renowned brands and cultivating relationships. Companies using Polygon, including Starbucks, Nubank, MasterCard, Meta, Disney, Reddit, DraftKings. There's some huge partnerships that I absolutely love. Polygon also announced recently a move to Polygon 2.0 with its upgrade of its token Matic, which announced a range of new things to bring everything within the Polygon infrastructure and ecosystem together to make that token more robust and attract more value. It also has an extremely secure runway. Again, from the Collective Shift platform here, it announced a $450 million private raise recently with Matic. This large raise gives Polygon one of the biggest runways to actually deliver on its ambitious targets. Once I have a project that's ticked all my boxes, I overlap that with where I think we are in the cycle. And I believe we're coming up to the end of this crypto cycle. Check out the 4-year super cycle video here and the Bitcoin halving to understand how these cycles work. So once I've got those two things overlaid, I understood that now was the time, and I made my investment into Polygon. This was one of 2 investments I made of equal proportion, but Polygon was one that I was super bullish on, that I had on my watch list for a long time, and I felt now was the right time. Well, it comes back to my strategy. Again, another video I urge you to check out is creating your own investor strategy. By understanding my goals of what I wanted to do in crypto, how much money I wanted to make, and the timeline I had, it allowed me to understand the length of time I had and the asset selection. If you're older and you're investing in your SMSF, you probably don't have such a high risk tolerance, meaning you probably can't draw down on altcoins like I have right now. Or maybe you're younger and you have a higher risk tolerance, meaning you can invest in these altcoins and have that drawdown and be a little bit more palatable with the portfolio decreasing, waiting for the cycle to return. term. Now, how did I decide how much to invest? Well, using the Collective Shift dashboard, I actually inputted all my assets inside my portfolio and started to get a breakdown of the different sectors I had. For me, I've got a higher risk tolerance, meaning I'm moving up towards the 15-20% range of my altcoin positions. For some people, this might be as low as 1 or 2%. It's completely up to you. But by looking at your altcoins, and you can use our dashboard if you need help, it'll break down each sector of your portfolio, including layer 1s, layer 2s gaming, to understand where you're diversified and where you might be overexposed. From there, I moved my capital into Ethereum, onto MetaMask. I made the transaction on Uniswap, and I moved it back into my ledger after the transaction. I use Uniswap because I like using decentralized exchanges. They're less fees and you usually get better rates. However, be aware of slippage. If you're using a token or buying a token that's got low liquidity, you will find slippage in the token, which will mean that you'll actually lose out on some of the price. And this is how I decided what altcoins I was going to buy, where I was going to buy them, and when I was going to buy them. So that was my thought process of investing into altcoins right now, overlaying the individual analysis with the macro market analysis, laying it over the top, and that's where I felt now was the right time. The reason I only have 2 other altcoins in my portfolio outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum is because the lesson I'm taking in my macro strategy is to have conviction. I've been right a number of times before in crypto, but have never gone to the length that I probably should have in terms of investing enough. I've made life-changing amounts of money in previous cycles, but it could have been even more. I didn't because I backed off a little bit. Now that I've made that money and my risk tolerance is higher, I have conviction and I'm going harder at my investments. And that's why I've gone so hard on Polygon and the other investment I made. I hope that's been helpful. If you're after what the other altcoin is in my investment portfolio, you can go check out Collective Shift. We share a lot more insights and analysis for our members over there. For more educational videos, I've just started this new YouTube channel, so I'd love for you to go over and check out my other videos. I'm on a mission to help you win in crypto like I have in previous cycles and share all the lessons and mistakes I've learned so you don't do the same. I believe this next cycle is going to be absolutely face melting, so we're going to be on this journey together to make as much money as possible. I hope that's been helpful, and I'll see you on the next video.